Division of Consumer Protection.
Brian's Glass is a proud supporter of high school athletics and wishes all of the Watertown Arrows athletes good luck during the year. Brian's Glass can assist you with commercial and residential glass needs and is also able to assist you with your windshield needs. For all of your glass needs, contact Brian's Glass at 886-5328. That's Brian's Glass, 886-5328. And go Arrows!
Stay at home, we can help. This is Paul with Midwest Medical. We are a full durable medical equipment provider serving Watertown and surrounding communities for over 30 years. We offer services ranging from respiratory, which includes oxygen and CPAP therapy, all the way to modifying your home to make it more accessible. Midwest Medical, proud sponsor of area sports.
Midwest Medical, been made to know in home care.
Welcome back to the Watertown Arena. This is the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show. Coach's comments brought to you by the South Dakota Division of Consumer Protection. Travis Carroll is the head coach of the Marshall Tigers, and I had a chat with Travis.
Coach, you guys have had a great season. Tell me about your ball club.
We've had a good season up to this point. We have a good combination of good guard play, good forward play, good post play. So, it's a good group where we have some strength in each of those positions. And, defensively, we have the ability to defend at a pretty high level. And, we had a tough loss last Friday. And, we're hoping to rebound from that game. And, we still have a lot to work on moving forward into the tournament.
Give me some names, some of your leaders.
Our starters, and, that's the nice thing about our team is, we probably got about 8 guys who can go double figures on any night, so it's hard to say any specific name. It's sometimes a lot of it has to do with how the other team's defending us. If they try to take us away on the inside, maybe more of a perimeter game. If they try to take away perimeter guys, it might be more of a post game. And it just kind of depends on game to game. We're fortunate to have different guys step up in terms of the scoring end, and our kids do a good job of sharing the opportunity with their teammates.
Do you want to play fast?
We're okay either way. I mean, we've been in both types of games, and we're athletically, we have the ability to go fast, but we definitely play teams who are more athletic than we are during the season, where it's probably not in our best idea to go fast. So it's a situation where we're comfortable going either way, and kind of just depending on how the other team's playing us.
What's the rest of your season look like before you get into tournaments?
This is the last game, so this is then we'll start our tournament play next Wednesday. And then, it's the point of the season where, if you don't win, you're done. So, we've kind of hit that point in the year where, we've put in a lot of games, a lot of work, and now we're hopefully we can try to make a run come tournament time.
South Dakota's gone to kind of a Sweet 16 at this level. What's your tournament breakdown in Minnesota?
We have an 8-team section, so you'd have to win 3 games in our section and be similar to a region. Back, if South Dakota used to have regions, it would be similar to a region where we have 8 teams in that region. Then if you win your region, then you would move on to the state tournament. So that's kind of the way our setup is.
Travis Carroll, head coach of the Marshall Tigers. Coach's comments brought to you by the South Dakota Division of Consumer Protection. This is the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show. Lower level look brought to you by the Hometown Building Center. JV game went to Marshall 55-51. At one point they led 20-4, but the Arrows able to battle back and have a chance, and I chatted with Matty about the ball game.
Coach, got off to an awful start, but then they kind of fought back.
Yeah, we did. Just really hard, to try to dig yourself out of a hole game in and game out. That's kind of what I told them. That was my message afterwards. Guys, we finally figured out that we're just as good as them, but they came out, and credit to them. They came out with a lot of energy, played hard, had us running our offense from about half court, and we just didn't do anything tough, and as a result, they got a lot of easy buckets, and we were reacting to what they were doing instead of dictating what was going on. And yeah, it was a clinic there for the first quarter on how to run offense and how to play defense, and not on our end.
But you had a chance at the end.
Yeah, we did. Like I said, we clawed back. it's just like I said, it's an uphill battle. It's not like we're an offensive fire or juggernaut that we can continue to do that. But hats off to the kids. They continue to play hard and got some stops. Really played well right away in the beginning of the third quarter. Got ourselves back into it, and like you said, gave us a chance. We just didn't make enough plays down the stretch.
Lower level look brought to you by the Hometown Building Center. JV game goes to Marshall, 55-51. Let's get a weather update. It's brought to you by Active Heating and Air Conditioning. Rod Lenning has a weather update for us. Rod?
Yeah, it's a pretty nice forecast. Still with a chance of some snow for this evening. We'll stay around 22 degrees tonight. High of 31 tomorrow. Saturday, leap day, close to 40 degrees. 38 on Sunday. High around 30 on Monday. 38 on Tuesday. Right now in Marshall, Minnesota, they have some snow and 23 degrees. Here in Watertown, we've had some light snow off and on and 24 degrees.
Weather update brought to you by Active Heating and Air Conditioning. Let's get a wrestling update for you. It's brought to you by Perkins Family Restaurant, Sharp Automotive, Great Western Bank, Glacial Lakes Orthopedics, Hometown Building Center, Fiberglass Specialties, McKeever Full Line Vending, McDonald's, and Lake Mary Elevator Construction. We gave you reports throughout the day on the individual competition for the Watertown Arrows and the area wrestlers. I just want to give you an update on the team competition. And Watertown wrestled Sturgis in the team competition this evening. And the Arrows defeated Sturgis by a score of 68-3. So Watertown will be in the semifinals tomorrow night of the team competition against the Peer Governors there tomorrow night. The Arrows also will have some wrestlers in the semifinals tomorrow. And let me give you a rundown of how they fared, at least who will be in the semifinals for the Arrows tomorrow. At 132 pounds, Tyler Altoff will be in the semis. At 138, Jackson Waugh will be in the semis. At 145, Peyton Johnston will be in the semifinals tomorrow night as well, or tomorrow. Sam Strop at 170 is in the semifinals. Jaden Hartford at 182 also in the semifinals for the Watertown Arrows tomorrow. Let's take a break. You're listening to the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and get ready for basketball here tonight. By the way, live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net. Brought to you by Sharp Automotive. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Time for a kitchen or bathroom remodel? Walk into Hometown and you can step into many different kitchens and bathrooms set up right on our showroom floor. You can see and feel exactly how your kitchen or bathroom would look. Our staff at Hometown can help you choose the right cabinet, countertops, lighting, and hardware for your project. If it's time for a new kitchen or bathroom, make Hometown Building Center's showroom your first stop. Hometown Building Center on South Highway 20 in Watertown.
This is Dustin with Active. Participation in extracurricular activities helps develop the skills necessary for tomorrow's leaders. Active Heating is always striving to be the best, just like the Arrows. Knowledge, trust, communication, and a relentless pursuit of a common goal are what make the Watertown Arrows and our team at Active Heating so great. Thanks, Arrows, for your hard work and determination, and for getting active in our school and community.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan requires more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guide you every step of the way to help you make sure the future you imagine becomes the future you achieve. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Contact Bill Keller in the Watertown office of Northwestern Mutual.
Where do you get free popcorn and ice with a purchase? The Dutch Boy Soft Cloth Car Wash and Gas Station in Watertown. Fill up your vehicle with diesel or gas and receive $1 off at Dutch Boy Soft Cloth Car Wash. And car wash certificates, well, they never expire. For diesel, gas, and a great car wash, get to Dutch Boy on East Highway 212 in Watertown.
Clean up your act. Do it today. Do it the Dutch Boy Car Wash way.
This has been the Fisher Rounds and Associates pregame show on KWAT's coverage of Watertown Arrow boys basketball here tonight. We get set for the Marshall Tigers and the Watertown Arrows. We will have a couple of announcements. We'll have the national anthem, and then we'll get to the introduction of the starting lineups here tonight in the Watertown Arena. Final regular season game of the year for Marshall here tonight. As Coach Carroll said, they start tournament play next Wednesday. The Watertown Arrows play tomorrow night at Huron, and then the Arrows tournament is a week from Saturday for the boys' Sodak 16. Mark Panic is the public address announcer. Let's listen in to Mark and then get our national anthem.
Tonight, officials are in Dyer, Tim Johnson, Steve Spiegel. Please remain standing. Join us on the earth with playing our national anthem. Tonight, we play by Watertown Senior High School Band under the ranks of Jack Stacy. Please show the proper respect to the flag by moving your camera around, standing intentionally the right hand in your heart. Veterans and active duty military personnel not in uniform may salute the flag.
Watertown High School Band under the direction of Jackie Stacy in our national anthem. Starting lineups are brought to you by Glacial Lakes Orthopedics. For Marshall, Trey Steinbach, 6'4" and a senior. Noah Pitt, 6'6" and a senior. Y.A. Black, 6'6" and a senior. Matthew Himaleski, 6'2" and a senior. Bryce Lance, 6'2" and a junior. Steinbach, Pitts, Black, Himaleski, and Lance starting for Travis Carroll and the Marshall Tigers. For the Watertown Arrows, Dawson Schmidt, 6'3" and a junior. Brandon Smith, 6'1" and a senior. Mason Morris, 5'11" and a senior. Cooper Heiser, 6 foot and a senior. And Evan Faulkner, 6 foot and a senior. Schmidt, Smith, Morris, Heiser, Faulkner starting for Zach Weavick and the Watertown Arrows. Starting lineups brought to you by Glacial Lakes Orthopedics. One more timeout. We'll get set for basketball in 1 minute.
Gather means to come together or assemble. Hey, this is your friend Angie from Gather. Whether it's friends talking over coffee, students reading while snacking and sipping smoothies, or business people brainstorming over muffins and lattes, Gather Coffee Eats and Gifts in downtown Watertown brings people together. Come in, sit, and enjoy our spacious coffee shop with free Wi-Fi and friendly baristas that will exceed your expectations. Gather, 122 East Kemp Avenue in downtown Watertown.
This is Dr. Casey Johnson of Glacial Lakes Orthopedics in Watertown. My partners, Dr. Michael Venner and Dr. Jerry Reiber, and I would like to extend best wishes for safe and successful sports season for all of our area athletes. With advanced sports medicine training and over 50 years of combined clinical experience, we specialize in injury prevention and management, minimally invasive surgery, and accelerated recovery and rehabilitation. For an appointment today, call 882-2630 or go online and visit us at glaciallakes.orthopedics.com.
Set to go, opening tap of this matchup tonight between Marshall and Watertown, brought to you by Watertown Dental Care as we get set for basketball here tonight. The Arrows at 9-9 on the season. Marshall with just 2 losses on the season. Y.A. Black, 6'6", will jump center against Mason Morris at 5'11". We're set to go. Marshall in their black road uniforms, the Arrows in the home white. Official steps in the circle, and he will put the ball in the air. He does, and the tap controlled by Marshall. Bryce Lance with the basketball. Man D by the Arrows. Lance bounces top of the key to Steinbach. Steinbach goes right low block to Pitts. Pitts in the lane. His fall-away jumper goes in. Tough move by Noah Pitts, 2-0 in favor of Marshall. Evan Faulkner back for the Arrows against Mandy. Evan on the dribble goes left wing to Dawson Schmidt. Dawson gets a high pick. Dawson on the drive to the basket. His layup no good. Rebound taken down by Lance. Gets it ahead to Pitts. Pitts in the lane. Stops. He'll pop from 17. Comes up short. Rebound taken down by Mason. Gives up to Evan. Evan pushes north end. He'll set up top of the key, right wing to Dawson Schmidt. Dawson looks at Cutters, gives right corner to Cooper Heiser. Cooper, right side of the key to Dawson, left wing to Mason Morris. Top of the key to Cooper, right wing to Evan. Evan Faulkner off the pick, goes on the dribble, goes to the basket, scoops it up with the left hand and scores it. Whistle and an official stoppage of play as Mason's shoes were untied. 2-2 tie, a minute gone here in the first quarter of play. Bryce Lance will advance it. He'll give it up to Himaleski. Himaleski ahead to Pitts. Skip past to Lance, left side. Lance way outside, top of the key to Pitts. Pitts gives to Lance, way outside, left side. Works off a Y.A. Black pick. Lance on the drive. Nice dish to Y.A. Had it knocked away. Got it back. Gives out in the left wing to Pitts for 3 off the rim. Rebound taken down by the Arrows on the breakout. Cooper Heiser had it rejected out of there. Long jump shot does not go, but Cooper knocked hard to the floor. And a foul will go on Noah Pitts, I believe. And Cooper will go to the free throw line for 3 shots, maybe. At the free throw line is Cooper. First one is on the way and rims out, no good. Coming into the game for Marshall will be Josh Baker, a 6'1 junior. Another free throw here for Cooper. On the north end, he eyes it, sends it, and hits that one. Y.A. Black goes out of the game, and in to replace him is Josh Baker. Cooper gets a third free throw here. Arrows lead 3-2 early on. Free throw by Cooper is in and out. Rebound down to Pitts. Noah Pitts gives it up to Bryce Lance. Lance left wing to Himaleski. Himaleski on the dribble. Himaleski picks up his dribble, gives to Steinbach, drives on Evan, offensive foul called on Steinbach. That'll be foul number 1 on Trey Steinbach, turnover number 1 against Marshall. The Arrows bring in Drew Norberg and Wyatt Berner. 3-2 Arrow lead, couple of minutes gone, first quarter of play. Inbound to Evan Faulkner against a 1-2-2 zone. Ball tipped by Himaleski, but control check that tip by Baker, but the Arrows will play it back in. Dawson Schmidt will toss it in, does so to Evan Faulkner. Arrows got to look down court. There's Norberg. He's got it on the left sideline. Skip pass was not far enough. Turnover on the Arrows. Back on the break. Kick left corner. Himaleski for 3, too strong. Bryce Lance, though, runs down the rebound, goes to the drive and scores it. Evan Faulkner against full court pressure off to Dawson Schmidt. Ball was kicked. Arrows got to be sharp with their passes. Y.A. Black back in the game for Marshall. And also Chase Douglas comes in the game for the Tigers. Dawson Schmidt will inbound the ball, does so to Evan Faulkner. Evan looks at the 1-2-2. Bounces off to Dawson. There's the angle pass. Drew Norberg goes right baseline to Wyatt Burner, right wing to Evan. Evan on the dribble, backs off. Top of the key to Norberg. He traveled with a basketball. 2 turnovers on the Arrows, 5:23 to go, first quarter. It's a 4-3 lead for Marshall. Game off to a very slow start here. Bryce Lance will advance the ball across the 10-second line. Gives left wing to Douglas. Douglas, top of the key with it. Lob pass to Y.A. Black. Gets behind the basket. His pass tipped. Controlled, slashing to the basket. Baker missed the lay-in. Y.A. Black rebounds, puts it up, and will get a chance at a 3-point play. Wyatt Burner gets called for the foul. His first, team one on Watertown. At the free throw line is Y.A. Black, a 6'6 senior. And he has broad shoulders, my goodness. Evan Faulkner on the drive. Evan all the way to the basket is going to be fouled on the play by Matthew Himaleski. That'll be his first, team number 3, and Evan will go to the line for 2. Y.A. Black is a 6'6 senior, and my goodness, his shoulders are just massive. Free throw is good for Evan Faulkner. He's a big fella. Into the game, Cooper Heiser, Mason Morris, and Cale Stevenson. At the free throw line, Evan Faulkner for another try. Sends that one up and rims out. Rebound down to Pitts. Pitts gives it up to Douglas. Douglas down the left side, double team, bounces it back to Pitts. Pitts on the dribble, Pitts on the drive, Pitts on the dish. Black threw it away though. Y.A. looked like he had a layup and instead tried to kick it out in the corner to Baker, and he threw it away. Turnover number 2 against Marshall. Inbound to Evan Faulkner. Evan looks at the 1-2-2 zone. It's tall now. Good angle pass across the timeline to Mason Morris. Top of the key to Evan. Evan on the drive. Gets to the basket. Had his shot blocked, though. Loose ball picked out of there by Baker. Baker brings it down court himself. A little hop step. Knocks down Cale Stevenson as he was going full speed. And Baker will get called for an offensive foul. Turnover number 3 against the Harrisburg the Marshall Tigers. And wow, we are substituting quick. We've got now Dean Pokart in the game. Also in the game, Himaleski back in, Steinbach back in, and Lance back in. Cale Stevenson against full court pressure, ball kicked by Pitts. Dawson Schmidt will come in. Evan gets his first breather. The Arrows kind of have to substitute a lot tonight because they've got another game on the road tomorrow night at Huron. Dawson Schmidt, right-hand dribble against pressure, lobs it ahead to Cale. Cale bounces it to Cooper in the right corner. Cooper threw it away. Lazy pass picked off by Pitts. Then Cooper comes back, gets the ball knocked loose, goes face first into the bleachers, gets up, he's okay. It'll be basketball to Marshall. Noah Pitts will inbound the ball. He'll do so on the left side. Kicks it to Pitts, left corner for 3, rims out. Rebound down to Cale Stevenson. Cale gives it ahead to Mason Morris. Morris, top of the key to Dawson. Dawson, right wing to Drew Norberg. Norberg, a couple of dribbles out front. Now he'll try to go to the glass and travel again. 3 turnovers on Drew here since he came in the ball game. 6-4 lead for Marshall. 3:48 to go first quarter. Himaleski will advance the basketball. Matthew down the left side, works against Norberg, works off a Steinbach pick. Slashes right wing, now kicks in the lane, gives off to Pitts. He jumps it up short, followed his shot and scored it. Pitts with 4, it's an 8-4 Marshall lead. Cooper Heiser against that pressure. Long baseball pass, tipped out of there by Steinbach, and it'll be basketball to the Watertown Arrows. Into the game, Douglas. Into the game, Faulkner. Into the game, Smith. Arrows will inbound right sideline, a step above the baseline. Dawson Schmidt will put it in play. Comes out front to Evan Faulkner. Mandy hands it off to Dawson. Dawson on the dribble. Left wing to Evan. Evan holds the ball, top of the key to Cooper. Right wing to Dawson, off a pick. Dawson tried to bounce it on the pick and roll to Brandon Smith. Threw it away. Turnover number 5 against the Watertown Arrows. Himaleski gives it up to Bryce Lance. Still to Himaleski in the backcourt. Got it to Douglas. Douglas looked like he traveled, got away with his, and the Arrows knocked it out of bounds. It'll be basketball to Marshall, and they will inbound on the left sideline about 4 feet above the baseline. Y.A. Black back in the game, and out goes Steinbach. Pitts will inbound it. Pitts looks in, gets it into Y.A. Black, knocked away by Cooper. Ball scrambled for, controlled by Y.A. Black. Gives to Douglas. Top of the key jump shot, Himaleski short. Rebounded by Mason Morris. Morris runs out for the Arrows, down by 4. Threw it away. Turnover number 6 on the Arrows. Pitts with the lay-in. 10-4 Marshall lead. Brandon Smith now gets double-teamed. He throws it away. Turnover number 7 on the Arrows, and a foul on Mason Morris. For Mason, that'll be foul number 2. Coach Carroll says they do it with the defense, and they are showing that here in the first quarter. Pitts goes out. Into the game comes Connor Offenty. Also back in the game is Josh Baker. Arrows take time. The Arrows have turned it over 7 times. Back in 30 seconds.
If all you want is a sip of water at the kitchen sink, any filter will do. I want better water in the laundry, better water in the bathroom, better water at every tap, in every room for everyone in my home. Every time, everywhere I use water, every day. So I got a whole home filtration system from Culligan. Now I ask you, how long will it take for you to call the Culligan man?
Hey, Culligan Man.
I'm Jason Hansen, your local Culligan man in Watertown. Call us today at 886-4830.
Marshall will inbound left of their own basket on the baseline, and it'll be Himaleski. Lobs it into Y.A. Black, kicks it left wing, left baseline to Himaleski. Himaleski then lost the ball. Turnover number 4 on Marshall. Evan brings it back for Watertown. Faulkner right side of the top of the key. Evan on the dribble, right wing, picks up his dribble, scoops it off to Brandon Smith. Brandon on the dribble, Brandon on the drive. Brandon left side of the key to Mason for 3, that's off. No good, rebound down to Y.A. Black. Gives it up to Himaleski. Himaleski down the left side, works off a Y.A. Black pick, goes to Douglas left wing. Douglas, skip pass, right baseline. Set shot is too strong, rebound, Cooper Heiser had it. Y.A. Black went down hard. Evan Faulkner went down hard. The shot was missed by Offenty. Dawson Schmidt on the drive to the basket draws the foul on Y.A. Black. Y.A. looked like he hurt his lower back or something when he went to the floor hard there. Dawson Schmidt will go to the line for 2. Evan Faulkner blocked him out. Y.A. came down kind of on Evan and hit the floor really hard and looked like he hurt his lower back a little bit. He'll go out of the game. Evan also went to the floor. And they're going to go down and check Y.A. Black out down on the end. The Arrow trainer is down here. They haven't asked for her yet. Free throw by Dawson is up and good, but he went down hard, and I could hear and see him go, oh, when he hit the floor. Free throw for Dawson on the way and goes in. So it's a 10-6 Marshall lead, minute and a half to go first quarter. Arrows go 1-2-2 zone. Lance back with it for Marshall. Way outside right side it goes to Offenty. Lance left baseline to Douglas. Skip past to Offenty in the right corner. Fakes the three, right side of the key. Baker with the basketball is Lance. Lance lobs it off to Baker, right wing. Skip past Douglas, left corner, open for three, and he pots it. Chase Douglas with the three makes it 13-6. Full court pressure here by Marshall. Arrows got to do something with it. Ball kicked again on the defense by Baker. Into the game for Marshall. Pokart will come. Under a minute to go first quarter. It is a 13-6 lead for the Marshall Tigers. Pitts will come in the game as well. Dawson Schmidt will inbound the ball. They play basketball like hockey team. They bring them in after short spurts. Evan Faulkner, right side of the top of the key. Evan dribbles the ball. Arrows stand. Top of the key to Dawson Schmidt. Arrows weave. Mason goes right side of the key to Cooper. Brandon Smith, right baseline. Brandon, nice dish to Dawson. Easy lay-in. Good cut to the basket by Dawson. Nice pit pass by Brandon Smith. Lance across the timeline. Clock is at 25. Arrows are going to play 1-2-2 zone. Got to know where the shooters are. Pitts is one of those. Now they're going to go 2-3 zone. 13 seconds to go. Lance with the basketball. Lance midcourt circle. 8 seconds to go. Arrows are going to switch man-to-man here. Lance on the dribble. Lance trying to drive. Lance anti-overed it, but Pitts almost tipped it in, but it did not go. End of one, 13-8 Marshall. Second quarter in 1 minute.
High school athletics is a huge part of a community. I'm Dr. Ross Schulte, and the team at Family Dental Center would like to recognize and thank the athletes for their hard work and dedication.
And I'm Dr. Amy Schulte. The team at Watertown Family Eye Care is proud of our Arrow athletes. We wish them the best as they pursue their dreams on and off the field.
Family Dental Center.
And Watertown Family Eye Care, 2 great teams, 1 location, 22 19th Street Southeast in Watertown.
You live in the country, or maybe a small community, or downtown. Wherever you call home, Sanford Health is there. To rewrite healthcare so that it fits you, your family, your needs, and your health. To be alongside you as you overcome obstacles and celebrate joys. Because it's your life, and it's our passion. Health lives here. Sanford Health.
In that quarter, Marshall was 6 of 16, 1-3, no free throws, 4 turnovers. Watertown Arrows 2 of 6, 4 of 7 from the line. 7 turnovers on Watertown in the quarter. 13-8 in favor of Marshall. Second quarter set to get underway. Basketball belongs to the Arrows. Looks like Y.A. Black's going to be okay. He'll come back into the game. Evan Faulkner, left side of the key to Norberg. Hands off to Dawson Schmidt. Dawson, top of the key to Brandon. Handed back to Dawson. Dawson, right baseline drive. Nice cutoff by the defense. Evan spins to the basket. His floater's up and in. Evan Faulkner's got 5, 13-10 in favor of Marshall. Himaleski across the timeline. Arrows play 1-2-2 zone. Himaleski directs a little traffic. Gives to Pokart on the right wing. Pokart jumps it right to Evan Faulkner to Norberg to Dawson. He fumbles it. Bank shot doesn't go. Rebound tapped around. Controlled by Marshall. There's a double dribble on Himaleski. Pitts drives baseline. He goes strong to the hole and lays it in. He got Evan Faulkner in the mouth unintentionally. Evan Faulkner against full court pressure bounces it to Dawson Schmidt across to Norberg. Norberg dribbles away from a double team. Left baseline to Brandon Smith. He drives. He gets cut off. He needs help. He bounced it to nobody. Norberg comes up with it. The Arrows just kind of scrambling offensively here. Wyatt Burner in the game. Y.A. Black comes in the game. Arrows will inbound in the left sideline, 19 feet above the baseline. 14 on the clock, shot clock. Inbound to Dawson Schmidt. Dawson wants a high pick. Nobody moves to it. Now Brandon Smith does. Dawson kicks it right wing to Evan. Evan way outside, down to 4. He's going to have to shoot along when he does. It does not go, and then it hit the support wire up above, so it'll be basketball to Marshall. 15-10 Tigers lead, 6.5 to go first half. Bryce Lance will advance the ball for Marshall. Arrows play man this trip. Lance on the dribble, gives to Pitts way outside left side, lobs to Y.A. Black. Strong move by Y.A., jumps it in. Y.A. Black's got 4, and it's 17-10. Marshall stays in this long 1-2-2 zone. Pitts at the top of the zone is 6'6". Evan beats it with the dribble, but the Arrows take a timeout. 6:03 to go here in the first half. Marshall by 7. Back in a minute.
At Prairie Lakes, the collaboration and dedication of our talented team of healthcare professionals allows us to offer the specialty services of a major medical center while still providing personalized treatment right here at home. We are proud to be your regional leader, but more than that, we are proud to be your choice for quality healthcare. Prairie Lakes Healthcare System.
Your health, our mission.
No job is too big or too small for Heilman Homes. Want to build a new home? Want to do some remodeling? Need a deck or an extra garage? Call Heilman Homes at 868-1410. Dale has over 20 years of experience for all types of construction needs. That's Heilman Homes for building, remodeling, and now ready builds too. To help you with all your decorating, they have an interior decorator on staff. Call 868-1410.
6:03 to go in the first half. It's 17-10, Marshall on top. Arrows took that timeout. They've used 2 now. Dawson Schmidt will inbound it. Marshall's going to play a zone, 2-3 zone. Dawson Schmidt with the basketball, and now they switch to man-to-man. Left wing to Drew Norberg, top of the key to Dawson. Dawson on the dribble, nearly had it picked, got it back, tried to force a backdoor pass that wasn't there. Turnover number 8 on the Arrows. Lance to Douglas, right side of the key to Pitts. Douglas left baseline to Lance. He'll move out on the left wing. Bryce Lance, a 6'2 junior. Had the ball knocked away, got it back. Gives right side of the key to Pitts. Slashes in the lane, he had it knocked away. Pile up, loose ball picked up by the Arrows. Turnover number 6 on Marshall. Dawson Schmidt gives left wing to Wyatt Berner. Norberg on the left side. Norberg on the dribble. Norberg keeps dribbling. Norberg looks for somebody to move. Gives left side of the key to Faulkner. Evan holds the ball. Left wing to Brandon Smith. Drives baseline. Hard shot is blocked out of there. Loose ball picked up by Pitts. Pitts right baseline. Jump shot by Himaleski doesn't go. Rebound taken down by Norberg. Then the Arrows throw it away again. Turnover number 9 on Watertown. Lance for 3 doesn't go. Rebound in the lane and a foul on Norberg. Norberg gets his first, team number 3. 5 new guys come in on this shift. 6. We don't have boards, but the way they're substituting, we could have guys going over the boards like in hockey. Both teams. Himaleski will inbound it right of his own basket on the baseline. Looks into Steinbach, lobs it instead to Douglas on the right wing. Douglas off a Steinbach pick, goes right baseline to Baker, down low to Steinbach. Curls in the lane, nice backdoor pass to Himaleski for an easy lay-in. Himaleski scores, 19-10. Dawson Schmidt tries to dribble against pressure. Gets it ahead to Mason Morris, who threw it away. Turnover number 10 on the Arrows in the first half. Douglas, right wing, on the baseline it goes to Baker. Baker looks down low for Steinbach, goes skip pass left wing to Himaleski. Stop, fall away 12-footer off the rim. Rebound down to Cale Stevenson, he threw it away again. Layup by Douglas is good. The Arrows have turned the ball over 11 times in the first half. They trail 21-10. You don't get many scoring opportunities when you turn the ball over that much. Good defense by Marshall. Cale Stevenson, left wing to Dawson Schmidt. Right side of the key to Evan. Evan on the drive, knocks down the defender. Layup is good. Blocking foul, but they're going to say before the shot. So it'll be a blocking foul against Chase Douglas, but it was before the shot, so the Arrows will inbound left of their own basket on the baseline with a fresh 35. Two more guys come over the boards and onto the court. Inbound to Cooper Heiser, left corner, left wing to Dawson. Top of the key to Mason. Left wing Evan. Deep three for Faulkner, does not go. Rebounded by Steinbach. Steinbach gives up to Chase Douglas. Douglas, right hand dribble across the timeline. Lobs left side of the key to Offenty. Offenty almost lost it, got it to Steinbach. Right side of the key to Douglas. Douglas on the dribble gives to Lance, right wing. Lance going to work off a Steinbach pick. Lance goes on the drive, kicks it in the lane, threw it away. Turnover number 7 on Marshall. Lead pass to Cale Stevenson. He lost it out of bounds, or is there going to be a foul? A foul is going to be called on the play, and that's going to go against Steinbach. Steinbach will get his second, and that'll send Cale Stevenson to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. More guys coming over the boards. Pitts and Black back in the game. 2:54 to go in the first half, 21-10. If you're not a hockey fan, you have no clue why I keep saying more guys coming over the boards, but they just are coming in like crazy. Y.A. Black rebounded the missed free throw. Lance advancing the ball. The Arrows will bring in Brandon Smith. Lance has Pitts, high pick. Lance, whistle, illegal pick, going to be called against Noah Pitts as he moved as he was setting the pick. And that'll be his second personal foul. Turnover number 8. Pitts goes out of the game. Into the game comes Pokart. The Arrows brought in Brandon Smith, and that might have been the only one. 21-10 Marshall. Evan Faulkner, top of the key, bounces to Brandon. Brandon, right baseline. Picks up his dribble, needs help, gives right side of the key to Cale, left side of the key to Evan. Left wing to Dawson Schmidt. Tried to force one, got it into Brandon. He'll go with a little head and shoulders fake. Got Y.A. Black off his feet and jumped it in. 21-10, left baseline. Offenty for 3, and he buries it. Connor Offenty with 3 makes it 24-12 in favor of Marshall. Right side of the key, Dawson. Left side of the key, Evan. Top of the key, Brandon Smith fakes the 3. Kicks it left wing to Evan Faulkner. Skip pass right wing to Dawson. He'll pump a three-pointer. That misses. Mason tipped the ball out, but into the hands of Bryce Lance. Lance going to work off a high pick by Y.A. Black. Looks inside for Y.A. Stops in the lane. Turns. Little jumper is good as he elevated nicely and got it up and down. 4 for Bryce Lance. 26-12 Marshall. 1.5 minutes to go. This is by far the best defensive team the Arrows have seen this season. And we've seen some pretty good ones. Cale Stevenson, right side of the key to Brandon Smith, right wing. Top of the key to Evan. Deep 3 is no good. Rebound corralled by Brandon Smith. Double dribbled with the ball. Caught the ball, dropped the ball, picked the ball up, dribbled the ball, double dribble. 1:09 to go in the first half, 26-12, Marshall on top. Chase Douglas will inbound the ball. Douglas gets it into Bryce Lance, and Lance brings it across the 10-second line. Lance looks at a 2-1-2 zone. Left wing to Douglas, backdoor layup on the lob to Himaleski. Himaleski's got 4, and Marshall leads 28-12. 48 seconds to go. Brandon Smith, left side of the key, gives to Dawson Schmidt. He'll muscle one up, doesn't go though. And the rebound taken down by Y.A. Black. Bryce Lance will walk it up. 3-second differential on the shot clock and game clock. Spread 4 corner for Marshall right now with Y.A. Black at the free throw line. Clock ticking down to 11, down to 10. Now Bryce Lance goes on the dribble, kicks it right baseline. Himaleski open for 3, and he swishes it. 31-12. Dawson Schmidt had his shot blocked. Nope, they're going to call a foul on the play, as the foul will go on Bryce Lance on the jump shot, and that will send Dawson Schmidt to the free throw line for 3 tries. 31-12 in favor of Marshall. Free throw is no good. Another free throw coming here. Second one is on the way, and that is good by Dawson. Third free throw coming here. Dawson puts that one up and missed it. He got 1 out of 3. 31-13 our score at halftime. Let's take a 2-minute timeout.
Hey, did you go out for breakfast?
Yep, got a sausage McMuffin with egg from McDonald's, melty cheese, and a buttery English muffin. You?
Cereal. Just dry cereal.
You know, that kind of looks like what we feed the parakeet.
Yeah, it's probably why he's giving me the stink eye.
Good thing I got a McMuffin for you, too.
There's a better way to breakfast.
Get 2 sausage McMuffin with egg sandwiches for just $4 at McDonald's. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal. Single item at regular price.
This is Casey from Stony Brook Suites Assisted Living, where we offer the best of both worlds. As much independence as you want with the security that we are staffed around the clock 24/7. Our mission is to help our residents live more active, independent lives. We currently have a physical therapist and restorative therapist as only part of the wide range of amenities we have to offer. Stop in today and see how Stony Brook Suites Assisted Living can offer peace of mind for you and your loved one.
Life is sweet in Stony Brook Suites.
Throughout the month of February, Sharp Automotive has some fantastic lease payment plans. A 2020 Equinox LT all-wheel drive leases for $354 a month, or 2020 Silverado Double Cab leases for $439 per month. Payments include lease loyalty with $14.99 down on a 3-year lease. 10,000 miles per year, tax, title, and license not included. Stop in today or shop online at sharpgm.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Sharp Automotive, Watertown.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Everyone at the Dairy Queen in Watertown is cheering the Watertown Arrows to a victory. After the game, stop in for one of their famous chicken strip baskets with fries, Texas toast, and country gravy. Don't forget to add a sundae, malt, shake, or blizzard to your meal. It's more than just fast food. It's fan food. Good luck to the Watertown Arrows and their game tonight from the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill on Highway 212 Watertown.
DQ, happy, taste good.
We are at halftime. Halftime show brought to you by Dairy Queen, and it is 31-13 in favor of Marshall. At the end of one, they led 13-8. They outscored the Arrows 18-5 in that quarter and lead 31-13. Stats are brought to you by Bruggeman Insurance. For Marshall, 6 of 16 in the first quarter, 8 of 11 in the second. 14 of 27 at halftime for Marshall, 3 threes, no free throws, 8 turnovers for Marshall in the first half of play. For Watertown, they were 2 of 6 in the first quarter, 2 of 9 in the second. That's 4 of 15 here at halftime. The Arrows have no threes. The Arrows got to the free throw line 12 times, but only made 5. And the Arrows turned the ball over 12 times in the first half of play. Individual leading scorers for Marshall, Noah Pitts with 8. Matthew Himaleski was 7. Chase Douglas off the bench with 5. 4 points for Y.A. Black. Bryce Lance with 4. And 3 for Connor Offenty. For the Arrows, Dawson Schmidt with 5, Evan Faulkner with 5, 2 for Brandon Smith, and 1 for Cooper Heiser. 31-13, our halftime score. This is the Dairy Queen halftime show. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more in 2 minutes.
Let the team at Bruggeman Insurance in Watertown help you with your game plan. For over 50 years, the team at Bruggeman Insurance has been helping people make good, sound decisions when choosing health and life insurance, Medicare supplement and long-term care insurance, and executing a sound financial game plan. So call Vince or Carla or Bridget Rammel at Bruggeman Insurance today, 886-9043, or online, BruggemanInsurance.com.
Before and after the game, make sure you stop into your Watertown Perkins. They're famous for breakfast, but you'll also love their lunches and dinners. Conveniently located at the corner of Highways 81 and 212. At Perkins, you'll find quality fresh food, freshly baked pies and muffins. And it's all in a clean, relaxing, and friendly atmosphere. So come on in and bring your appetite. Your Watertown Perkins will do the rest.
At the time of death, there are lots of decisions that need to be made by family members. At Crawford Ostis Funeral Chapel and Cremation Services, we will work side by side with you as you plan the final arrangements. We understand that planning a funeral for a loved one is difficult, but our staff will do our very best to make this as easy as possible. Crawford Ostis Funeral Chapel, where service and caring is our profession.
Uptown Cleaners will simplify your life with their dry cleaning and laundry service for shirts, suits, dresses, coats, blankets, bedspreads, comforters, and more. With drive-up-to-the-door convenience and same-day service, along with text or email notification when your items are ready for pickup, Uptown Cleaners really does make life easier for you. Uptown Cleaners, 123 5th Street Southeast on Highway 81. Call 882-4041. Uptown Cleaners, proud supporter of Aero Sports.
This is the Dairy Queen halftime show. Lower level look brought to you by the Hometown Building Center. Blake Heiser joining me. 9th grade A game. How'd it go?
I thought this was one of the best games we've played all season from beginning to end. We still started off a little slow like we always do, but by the second quarter we caught up, and then second half I was really proud of how we played.
Who played well for you in particular?
Dom Baumberger had 18 points for us, and we don't keep track of rebounds, but I swear he had like 15 to 20 rebounds. He worked really hard tonight.
Have you seen your guys get better and better and better as the year's gone on then?
Yeah, they've improved a lot, and then lately we've been up and down. Typical freshman basketball. Can't predict them any given night, but from the beginning of the year till now, I'm proud of how much we've improved.
How about the B team?
B team was a very close game. Stuck with them the entire game, and then they put on the pressure on us, and we didn't handle it the best, and we ended up losing in a fairly close one.
One more to go.
One more. Yep,
right.
Tomorrow night.
Thanks, Blake.
Thank you.
Blake Heiser joining us. Lower level look brought to you by the Hometown Building Center. He made it all the way up in the booth. Tomorrow night's a higher trip.
I know, that's terrible.
That's no good, is it?
No, thin stairs going up there.
So if you don't make it,
you'll understand.
I'll understand.
Okay, I appreciate that.
But I get up there with 3 bags of equipment.
Well,
so
but you're multi-talented. You are multi-talented. I would agree with that.
Pat McClemens joining me. You guys got a nice win.
Well, we did. And the only frustrating part was we played really well in the first half, Todd. I mean, probably as well as we've played all year. I mean, we did some really good things, and even a little bit in the third quarter, and then it was just like last year.
Not to finish.
Yeah, just like last year over there. They put the half-court trap on us, and we just didn't take care of the ball, and we took some dumb shots late, up 10, and you win the game, and you just don't feel like you did something very well. Well, we didn't make enough free throws down the stretch, which was good, and we had some kids out sick, and so. It was it was a good basketball game. We did some really good things. It just the last 2 minutes can kind of cloud your judgment a little bit and how you thought you played.
I thought at times in the last part of the game, your guys moved the ball, played keep away pretty well, but then every once in a while they'd get the ball and wait to get fouled.
And
why did they do that?
I don't know. I think it's a great question. We should bring them up here and ask. Because
it's like you're not trying to get fouled, you're trying to run the clock out here.
I mean, just it's like breaking the press. All of a sudden, hey, go or breaking the half-court trap. Look diagonal. All of a sudden you get a couple layups out of it. And guys, this is what we took 3 timeouts to try to figure out.
It's an easy game, isn't it?
It is an easy game, especially sitting where I'm at. See ya.
Appreciate it. Pat McClemens joining me. They got a nice win, though, at the sophomore level. They had a decent lead, 15 points at one point, ended up winning by 5. But Pat and I always have a good time. I appreciate him. This is the Dairy Queen halftime show. We'll come back with the second half in 1 minute.
At Great Western Bank, they know that champions play as one. One team with one goal. They know that champions don't just happen. They are built with determination and the right mix of coaching and teammates. You can count on Great Western Bank as a trustworthy teammate that will go the extra mile to help you win. To learn more, visit your nearest branch today and become part of a winning team. Great Western Bank, making life great. Member FDIC.
Stop in today at Dano's Marine and check out the 2020 Ranger boat models in their heated showroom. With 15 in-stock models of Ranger boats powered by Mercury Outboards, you've got greater choices, new features, colors, and upgrades. The new 2020 Ranger boats powered by Mercury Outboards. The best rig, commanding performance, best value right now at Dano's Marine. West Highway 212 Watertown, on the web 24/7, danosmarine.com. Ask about the new 2020 spring promotions on Ranger boats powered by Mercury Outboards.
So we're set to go with the second half of play. Marshall 31, the Arrows 13. Marshall's defense has been really good in this first half of play. They caused the Arrows to turn it over 12 times, and they got their offense going there in the second quarter as well, as they shot 8 of 11 from the field in that second quarter, and they look like a team that's 22-2 or 23-2 or whatever their record is. Set to go, second half, and Marshall gets the ball to begin the second half. They toss it backcourt to Bryce Lance. Man-D by the Arrows. Lance on the dribble. Lance on the drive. Lance lays it in and gets fouled on the play as well. Lance with 6 now. The foul goes on. Well, they've got 12 on the board, so that's Cooper Heiser, his first. Bryce Lance's free throw does not go in. Rebound down to the Arrows. Evan Faulkner back for Watertown. Marshall jumped into their half-court trap. Mason Morris, it's a 1-3-1 half-court trap. Dawson Schmidt threw it away. Nope, it was tipped by Marshall, so it'll be played in by Watertown. So they, after the missed free throw, came down the court and jumped into a 1-3-1 half-court trap. As bad as the score is right now, 33-13, this is not a bad game for the Arrows right now because they're having to see and deal with a lot of things, and they're going to do that as the tournaments progress. The Arrows throw it away for the 13th time. Bryce Lance dribbles the ball way outside left side, gives to Himaleski, right side of the key, backdoor to Pitts, dunks it. Nice backdoor cut and pass, and Noah Pitts at 6'6" and a senior dunked the ball. Arrows almost turned it over again, but got fouled on the play. And that foul goes against Himaleski, and that'll be his second. Marshall very aggressive defensively, and they have played really well. They're a good basketball team. Dawson Schmidt way outside right side, right wing to Cooper Heiser. Right side of the key to Brandon Smith. Brandon dribbles the ball, looks back door, took one dribble and now needs help. Gives it to Evan, moves off the pick, goes right side of the key to Brandon. One dribble again and spent it. Right wing to Evan Faulkner. Evan on the dribble. Evan picks up his dribble, goes left wing to Dawson. Shot clock at 7. Dawson's long 3 does not go in. Noah Pitts with the rebound. He'll bring it down himself at 6'6". Not sure what happened. I think his pass was blocked by his own player, Steinbach, but he got it back. Pitts on the dribble out front. Hook pass to Y.A. Black, lays it in. Nice pick and roll. Marshall 3 for 3 in this quarter. Arrows playing hot potato. Got it to Cooper. Nobody wants to shoot. Now Brandon Smith does and misses. Right side of the key. Bryce Lance pushes it down court, stops on the wing. His pass kicked by Dawson Schmidt. Drew Norberg in the game, 37-13 on the scoreboard. Noah Pitts will inbound the ball. Pitts comes right baseline to Himaleski. Backs Norberg down. Follow-away jumper is good. Himaleski has 9 now. It's 4 for 4 from the field here in the third quarter. 39-13, and the Arrows throw it away again. Turnover 14 on Watertown. Into the game for Marshall comes Chase Douglas, also Dean Pokart, and also Baker in the game. The Arrows bring Jack Ferguson in. Chase Douglas way outside right side to Noah Pitts. Hands it off to Himaleski. Back to Pitts, drives and lays it in. Pitts now with a dozen. Marshall is 5 for 5 from the field in this third quarter. Brandon Smith, right wing to Dawson. Dawson gives to Brandon, tries to drive, cut off. Out front to Norberg, left side of the key to Evan. Evan tries to drive, cut off. Ferguson gives to Dawson. He does get to the basket, but his layup doesn't go. Rebound to Pitts, and he runs out 1-on-4. Kicks it right wing for a 3 for Baker, and that's the first miss of the quarter, and that was Himaleski who missed it, by the way. Himaleski's got it, gives it out front left side to Chase Douglas. To Himaleski right side, hands it off to Baker. Baker on the dribble. Top of the key it goes to Pokart. Pokart on the left wing to Douglas. Douglas left baseline to Pitts, drives and gets fouled on the drive. Noah Pitts will go to the free throw line. He'll be there for 2. Foul goes on Jack Ferguson. Cale Stevenson will come in. Y.A. Black will come in, as will Bryce Lance. Free throw is up and good by Noah Pitts. It's amazing. Marshall just keeps rotating players in. Short spurts, they can go hard. Free throw by Pitts goes in, and he'll go out of the game. He's got 14 now as Y.A. Black replaces him. 43-13 in favor of Marshall. Wow. It was 13-8 at one point. And Marshall has outscored the Arrows 30-5. Evan Faulkner, left wing. Top of the key to Ferguson. Right wing to Cale Stevenson. Cale on the drive. Cale kicks it left corner. Foul before the pass, though. And that'll go on Chase Douglas. Arrows will inbound right of their own basket on the baseline. Fresh 35. Cooper will come in. Brandon Smith will go out. Evan Faulkner inbounds to Cooper in the right corner, right side of the key. Evan gets it back, can't shoot the 3, kicks to Cooper, who can, and hits. Cooper Heiser hits the 3, 8-8-6-8-4-4. 4 Arrows take a timeout. 43-16 Marshall. We'll come back in a minute.
The Ramkota Hotel is the perfect hotel to stay at while visiting for conventions and events, and is the only full-service hotel property in Watertown. Minerva is also provided for your convenience at the Ramkota. While staying at the hotel, guests can enjoy an indoor heated pool, hot tub, exercise facility, cocktail lounge, business center, and full-service meeting and banquet facilities, accommodating up to 1,600. Call today to find out more. The Ramkota, 886-8011.
Clausen & Sons Construction will have the same great service that you've come to expect. Ken, Chad, and Jeremy can help you with your residential, farm, and business construction. There's no job too big or too small. Whether it's clearing, grading, site preparation, gravel hauling, road rebuilding, or lagoons, they can get the job done. They sell gravel, crushed concrete, recycled asphalt, and landscape rock. Clausen & Sons Construction have appreciated your business and look forward to working with you. Call 882-3735 today. That's Clausen & Sons Construction in Watertown.
Full court pressure here by the Arrows. Chase Douglas inbounds to Y.A. Black. Y.A. gives it back to Chase. Chase will head to the north end with a left-hand dribble across the timeline. He'll work off a high pick by Y.A. Black. Kicks it right wing to Pokart. Pokart left corner to Baker. Baker slashes in the lane, stops, kicks it left wing, left baseline to Y.A. Black. He lost the ball, turnover on Marshall, their 9th. Evan Faulkner back for the Arrows, right side of the top of the key. Evan on the dribble drive, tries to put the shot up, can't get it to go. Y.A. Black rebounds, gives out to Bryce Lance. Lance across the timeline. Lance on the dribble, kicks corner to Douglas. Douglas left baseline to Bryce Lance. Bryce takes a dribble to Douglas on the left wing. He'll hand it back to Bryce Lance off a high pick. Pull up in the lane, 10-footer. Elevated nice, didn't get the shot to go though. Over the back, going to be called on Dean Pokart. (43-16) in favor of Marshall. 3:04 to go here in the third quarter. Ball tossed into Dawson Schmidt. Dawson will bring it across the timeline, right wing to Cale Stevenson. 4 new Tigers coming in. Dawson on the right wing to Drew Norberg. Gives off to Cooper. Top of the key to Drew. Fakes the 3. Cooper fakes the 3. Cooper draws contact. And a foul going to be called on the play, and Cooper will go to the line for 2. Foul called on Dean Pokart. Cooper Heiser at the line for 2. He's 1 for 3 from the line in the ball game. 2 shots here. 2:45 to go third quarter. 43-16 in favor of Marshall. Free throw by Cooper is no good. The Arrows in the game are 5 of 13 from the free throw line. Cooper with another free throw try coming here. Cooper's free throw is no good. Rebound to Noah Pitts. Pitts will bring it up himself. Pitts. Arrows play 1-2-2 zone. Offenthi deep in the left corner with it to Himaleski. Himaleski threw it away on the cut by Pitts. Wyatt Burner brings it back for the Arrows. Right wing to Cooper. Cooper top of the key to Dawson. Dawson on the drive to the basket. Left-handed scoop won't go. Rebound to Noah Pitts. Pitts kicks it right wing to Himaleski for 3. Does not go. Rebound tipped and controlled by the Arrows. Dawson Schmidt will bring it back for Watertown. Dawson right side of the top of the key. Picks up his dribble, goes to Jack Ferguson, right baseline. To Cale Stevenson, top of the key to Wyatt. Left baseline to Cooper. Cooper kicks it back to Dawson, left wing. Left side of the key to Cale. Cale on the drive. Scoop shot rejected out of there by Bryce Lance. Arrows will inbound right of their own basket on the baseline. Cale Stevenson will put it in play. Cale looks in, lobs it in. Knocked away from Dawson, but then he gets it back to Cale in the corner. Blocking foul going to be called on the play by Connor Offenthi. I was looking at Cale, so I didn't see the contact. Arrows will get a fresh 35. Dawson Schmidt to inbound the ball. Bounces into Wyatt Burner. He takes it outside, right wing to Cale. Cale's lob pass, not a very good one, knocked out of bounds by Steinbach. Another big, strong inside player for the Marshall Tigers. Inbound to Wyatt Burner. Wyatt hands off to Cale, left wing to Cooper. Fakes the 3, tries to drive on Pitts, cut off. Ferguson, top of the key to Dawson. Dawson puts on the brakes, right wing to Wyatt. Top of the key to Cale Stevenson. Dawson way outside right side. Long 3 comes up short by Dawson Schmidt. Rebound though to Cale Stevenson. Cale out front to Dawson, way outside left side to Wyatt. Down low to Cale, turns in the lane on Steinbach. His jump hook doesn't go. Rebound taken down by Steinbach, gives up to Himaleski. Minute to go, third quarter. Himaleski across the timeline against Man D. Himaleski going to work off a pick, goes drive, kicks it right corner. Foul going to be called on Cale Stevenson on the block. Arrows bring in Mason Morris, Evan Faulkner, and Brandon Smith. Bryce Lance will inbound it left of his own basket on the baseline. 52 on the game clock, 35 on the shot clock. Comes into Himaleski, left corner. Himaleski holds the ball, now dribbles left wing. Himaleski wants a pick. Works off that pick, gives to Pitts. Pitts gets in the lane, spins, fall away, banker goes. Pitts now with 16 in the game, 45-16 in favor of Marshall. Right wing Mason Morris gives to Wyatt Burner. Top of the key, Pitts knocked it away, but got controlled by Evan Faulkner. Left wing to Mason Morris. Mason on the dribble out front. Mason gives it up to Dawson Schmidt way outside. Dawson going to work off a Brandon Smith pick. Picks up his dribble. Right wing to Wyatt Burner. Back to Dawson. On the drive. Gets knocked to the floor and fouled on the play. Foul is called against Bryce Lance. That is his second. Arrows will inbound with 5 seconds here. Left of their own basket on the baseline. They try to get it in. They do to Brandon Smith. To Evan on the left baseline. His 15-footer doesn't go. Rebound out of bounds. It'll be basketball to nobody as we end the third quarter. Marshall 45. The Arrows 16. Back in a minute.
Are you a competitive parent? If so, keep your kids drug and alcohol free. It's a fact. One night of drinking can undo as much as 14 days of athletic training. Student athletes are expected to demonstrate year-round behavior that reflects positively on the individual, the school, and the community. The use of alcohol, tobacco, marijuana, and other drug use is not allowed. Student athletes need the support of parents, community members, teachers, and coaches. Be strong. Be the influence. Keep our youth alcohol and drug free. A message from the Watertown Healthy Youth Coalition and the Watertown Tobacco Free Coalition.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan requires more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guide you every step of the way to help you make sure the future you imagine becomes the future you achieve. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Contact Bill Keller in the Watertown office of Northwestern Mutual.
In that quarter, Marshall 6 of 9 from the field, 2 for 2 from the line, 2 turnovers. The Arrows 1 of 10 from the field, 0 for 2 from the line, and 2 turnovers. Fourth quarter set to get underway, 45-16 Marshall. Evan Faulkner, top of the key to Dawson. Dawson backdoor to Brandon Smith, layup missed it though. Rebound to Y.A. Black. Gives it up to Chase Douglas. Douglas dribbles between the circles. Douglas gets a couple of high picks, works off Y.A. Black's pick, gives to Himaleski, top of the key. Right baseline to Baker, caught it, hopped, and traveled. 7.5 to go in the game, 45-16 in favor of Marshall. Evan Faulkner across the timeline. Evan holds the ball, gives to Brandon Smith. Left baseline to Dawson. Dawson on the drive, kicks it corner to Mason for 3, and he hits it. Mason Morris hits the 3, makes it 45-19. Himaleski will advance the ball for the Marshall Tigers. Across the timeline, dribbles it off a pick by Y.A. Black. Gives right baseline to Baker for 3. That's no good. Rebound tap, grabbed by Y.A. Black, and he lays it in. Arrows back with the Dawson Schmidt right wing. Top of the key to Brandon Smith. Right wing to Wyatt Burner. Wyatt, little pull-up, one-handed jumper, doesn't go. Chase Douglas with the rebound, gives up to Baker. Baker runs it across the timeline to Himaleski right wing. Himaleski wants a pick. Himaleski goes baseline, now works off the pick. Gives baseline to Black to Himaleski, left corner 3, doesn't go. Rebound, grabbed there by Dean Pokart, and he had his shot blocked out of bounds. Into the game comes Bryce Lance. Chase Douglas will inbound left of his own basket on the baseline. Comes right underneath to Y.A. Black for an easy lay-in. 10 points for Y.A. Black, 49-19 Marshall. Mason Morris, 3 is good, 2 straight for Mason. Makes it 49-22. 2 minutes gone, fourth quarter. Pokart hands it off to Douglas, off a Black pick, right wing to Pokart. Top of the key to Douglas, left side of the key it goes to Baker, left baseline to Lance. Lance on the drive, gets under the basket, in trouble, got himself out of trouble and laid it in. Good patience by Bryce Lance. Mason Morris, top of the key to Evan, free throw line to Brandon Smith. Mason on the right wing, tries to drive, puts one up off balance and gets 2 shots. At the free throw line will be Mason Morris. He'll be there for 2. Foul called against Pokart. That's his 3rd. Marshall going to bring in 4 more guys. Arrows will bring in 2. Mason Morris, free throw is on the way and no good. (51-22) Marshall, 5:29 to go. Mason Morris, another free throw, sends that one up and no good. Jack Ferguson rebounds, missed the first one, and then had the second one rejected by Noah Pitts. Pitts runs down court, turns directions, left-handed layup doesn't go. He'll rebound taken down by the Arrows. Back comes Mason Morris. Morris picks up his dribble, left wing to Dawson. Schmidt. Dawson skip pass to Evan. Evan on the dribble drive. He'll put it up and in. 7 for Evan makes it 51-24. Himaleski back for Marshall. Left wing to Bryce Lance. Bryce, top of the key to Pitts in the lane area to Steinbach. Drop step, kick right wing. Baseline to Offenty. He'll put up a 3 and hit it. Second 3 for Offenty. 54-24 in favor of Marshall. Drew Norberg, bounce pass, top of the key to Ferguson. Right wing to Dawson Schmidt. Dawson off a pick by Ferguson. Goes pick and roll to Jack. He'll put one up and in. Jack Ferguson gets a hoop. Stoppage of play. Into the game will come Cale Stevenson. Into the game will come Josh Baker. 54-26 in favor of Marshall. Himaleski against little pressure with 4 minutes to go in the game. Himaleski across the timeline. Going to work off a Steinbach pick. Moving a little bit there. Offenty gives to Steinbach, left baseline. Steinbach backs in, stops in the lane, kicks it left wing to Offenty. Top of the key to Himaleski. Himaleski wants a Steinbach pick, and he can set him. He's a big physical kid. Baker on the drive, kicks to Himaleski for 3, and he hits it. Himaleski nails the 3. 57-26 Marshall. Cale Stevenson picks up his dribble, bounces top of the key to Ferguson. 4 more players getting set to come in. Left wing to Evan Faulkner, and he hits a long 3. Evans got 10 points now. Into the game comes Wyatt Burner and Jackson Engstrom. Marshall brings in Brevin Runya, also Pokart back in the game. Offenty stays in. Jack Bly comes in the game. So it'll be Baker to advance it for the Tigers with 3:20 to go in the game. Baker on the right wing, dribbles off a pick, goes right baseline to Runya. Runya, top of the key with it to Offenty. Left wing to Pokart. Pokart, top of the key to Runya. Runya on the right wing with it to Bly. Top of the key to Offenty. Left baseline, Baker pull up 10-footer, and he drops it in there. 59-29, Marshall. Cale Stevenson, top of the key to Norberg. Left wing to Jack Ferguson. Ferguson bounces left baseline to Cale Stevenson. Norberg on the left wing. Norberg stops free throw line, gives to Cale, top of the key. 3 more players coming in as Cale lays it up and in. 2:25 to go, 59-31 Marshall. Across the timeline, Baker. Baker slashes to the basket, lost the ball out of bounds. Last touched by the Arrows. Mason Hagelin comes in for Watertown. In for Marshall comes A.J. Talus. And one other guy came in. I didn't see who it was. Lob pass left side of the top of the key to Talus. What came in was Benson Keeker. Keeker's got it left side of the key. Left wing to Pokart. Pokart on the dribble. Pokart off the pick. Pokart gives right side of the top of the key to Runya. Runya on the right wing to Keeker. Keeker in the lane. Nice backdoor pass, but off the hands of A.J. Talus and out of bounds. Turnover 12 on Marshall. Abdi comes in the game for Marshall as well. 59-31, 1:55 to go. So a JV game going on again here. Cale Stevenson, right wing to Drew Norberg. Norberg, top of the key to Jack Ferguson. Engstrom on the right wing. He'll put up the 3, but shoot an air ball. Rebound taken down by Marshall. They run out with Bly across the timeline. He gets the ball back. Bly on the dribble, goes to the hole, lost the ball. Still loose, picked up by Mason Hagelin. Turnover number 13. Drew Norberg on the drive, lays it up, and foul was on the drive, so it will not be a basket. It'll be 1-and-1 free throws. Foul was called on A.J. Talus, his first. At the free throw line is Drew Norberg for a 1-and-1. Free throw is good. First point of the night for Drew. Next one does not go. Rebound taken down by Brevin Runya. Runya gets it across the timeline to Schnauzer. Schnauzer hands it off to Keeker. Keeker top of the key. Right side of the key is Talus. Gives off to Schnauzer. Schnauzer to Abdi. Abdi in the lane. Stops there. Goes top of the key with it to Keeker. Keeker on the dribble right wing. Keeker bounces it down low. Got it down low to Runya. Left baseline setter is no good by Schnauzer. Rebound to Norberg. Long pass to Cale. Layup by Cale is good. 59-34, 40 seconds remaining in the ball game. On the dribble, top of the key with the basketball is Runya. Right side of the key to Abdi. Abdi gives off to Schnauzer. Schnauzer bounces left side of the top of the key to Talus to Keeker. Keeker on the left wing. Keeker gives to Abdi, right side of the key. Right wing with the basketball is Runya. Runya to Abdi. He'll put up a 10-footer and rims out. Rebound down to Norberg. Norberg pushes for the Arrows. Norberg on the drive. His layup is good. And that's how the game will end. Marshall wins it here tonight. 59-46. Check that, 59-36 over the Watertown Arrows. Let's take a 3-minute timeout.
No job is too big or too small for Heilman Homes. Want to build a new home? Want to do some remodeling?